Hello and welcome to another episode of the Play Loud podcast. I am your host, Malcolm Ford, and today we have a very, very somber but exciting news. We just wrapped up the Power League hosted by Southside XP out in Frankfort, Illinois, and unfortunately, Volume did not have a great go at it. We finished overall 6-3, a couple of second place finishes when they had the little tournament play. So didn't come out with any wins, but beat pretty much every team we had the opportunity to beat. We should have went undefeated, but hey, things go how they went. You're saying 6-3. Hey, that's a winning record. It really isn't. I'm a little upset because for the most part, we lost to really the only teams that had a pulse. We play, 6-3-0. We beat them once in pool play, ended up losing to them in 4 in the finals. Lost to the DuPage Drakes twice, which was a little upsetting. So, lose is really the only teams that had a pulse throughout this thing, but it was a little upsetting. So, I took a step back and realized, we need to do something to turn this thing around. We had a lot of great positive happen. Our second team, the Frequency, they debuted, scored a few points. They knocked off quite a few people in the process and really got a lot of experience coming. So, that is a positive. A positive for Volume, I would say we definitely have to be Nick Fox. Nick Fox was the MVP for the Power League for us. Just about every clip I could think of had, Nick Fox kill, Nick Fox block, as well as Andreas, our new Italian right side who's come on this year. He definitely was a pleasant surprise for us. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Andreas plays this year as well as Nick and see how Nick's going to do turn up with a full year of VLA volleyball under his belt. But other than that, this upcoming weekend, we have the North Cup Qualifier. This is a tournament we need to win. We don't necessarily need to win in terms of qualification. We already qualify since we are in Tier 2 and are in the North Division. But as far as our pride, we need to win this tournament. There's a lot of good teams that are going to be there, but this is gut check weekend. This is going to be a gut check weekend for Volume. Are they going to put it together, tough it out and win this thing? Or are they just going to kind of, whatever happens, happens? This has to be gut check weekend for Volume. So I'm calling Volume out to see exactly what they're going to do to take this thing up to the next level and put the win together. Because I've said this plenty of times in our group chats, throughout, even, on the podcast. I hate losing. I hate losing so much. I refuse to lose with. That's how much I hate it. I detest it. So yes, we went 6-3 during the Power League. I don't care. That's very disappointing. We should have went 9-0. That's how much I despise it. From last year, we ended the year on a nice 10-match winning streak. We got up to 12 matches on the 13th. We got a little fear of the number 13 and lost in the finals. And I refuse to keep going that way. I do not like losing. I detest it. I despise it. We had clearly the most talented teams out there, but just couldn't finish. We got to finish. This is gut check weekend. What are we going to do to show that we are the team? And that's what I have to ask to Volume. What are you going to do to show that you're the team, that you're ready for the spotlight? Because I've said it time and time again, Volume is not just a team, we're a brand. We stand out different from these other teams because we're not just doing this to just play with a bunch of buddies to drink. I put together this team to build, to help grow the game, grow the brand, and actually become a powerhouse. I want to be the Yankees, the Cowboys, the Lakers, the Celtics, the, Uniteds, Manchester Cities, the Chelseas, for all those football/soccer fans out there. That's who we want to be. We don't want to be, oh, shucks, we're just a nice, hardworking, nice team. No, we want to be the team that dominates, the team that establishes we're tough. We walk out there and people shimmer and shake in their shorts. That's who we want to be. And if you're not with that, this probably isn't the best place for you. Unfortunately, we have kind of a lot of opportunities to play to come up. So, what's going to happen come Cup season, when the stars align, when all these big time international guys are looking to come play, what's going to happen then when people are done coaching? They're going to be ready to play. And are you going to show right now that you're ready to be in that lineup at the end of the year? Or do you just want to, oh, shucks, hey, I got to play VLA? This is what we need to do. This gut check time. And it starts North Cup Qualifier. We have some fantastic teams that are going to be there. Let me get a shout out to all the teams that are going to be there. We have Southside XP, who are hosting, as well as the Minnesota Nordics. They brought two teams this year, Nordics 1, Nordics 2. I think they said one is blue, one is white. We have the Windy City Wizards. Again, they finished second at the VLA Cup this past year. We have the DuPage Drakes, the Southside Legends, I think they called it. We have University of Lewis's men's club team. We have the 630 Breeze, Minnesota Timbermen, who I'm looking forward to playing them this tournament, and we better win if we do play you. Volume, do not lose this match. You do not want to lose this match. That is it. As well as NIU. NIU has a team. NIU Northern Illinois club team is going to be there, as well as Frequency, our new exciting team. We're looking forward to get those guys a little bit more experience, as well as Volume, yours truly. On our bracket play, or pool play, pool play for this Saturday, 9 a.m. start, we will be taking on the Nordics second team, and we have, again, at 9 a.m., we'll be back at where we play the Wizards. I'm excited for that match. It's time to, these guys are going to get the opportunity to show if they are able to compete at that level. Again, the Wizards finished second at the Cup. They've shown that they can compete at this level. Now it's time for these guys that are putting on the volume jersey to say that we can compete at that level and win. And if not, maybe it's not the right fit. You got to win. This is gut check time. This isn't time to say, oh, shut. Yeah, we're good friends. No, this is gut check time to win. And after that, we play 3:30. We'll play XP again. We beat them a couple of times during the Power League, but hey, I'm not worried about that. We better win volume. We better go 3-0 Saturday. First place is all I'm looking for. Anything less than that, I don't know. But that's that. All right, let's talk about another pool that I'm excited to watch is Frequency. Frequency starts off the day, they're playing NIU's club team. So Frequency gets they're going to be a tough team, but they're not a VLA team yet. Still a club team, still learning, still working. After that, they'll play the Timbermen at 1 p.m. Again, the Timbermen had Volume's number last year. So Frequency, are you going to be able to do what Volume couldn't do and upset them? Can you beat them? We'll have to see. You get that little bragging rights if you can do that. Something that Volume couldn't do last year. And then at the end to cap it off, Frequency does play 6-0 Breeze at 3:30. So again, we're going to come back to a little gut check time of what we expect or what is going to happen when it's time for Volume to play. Is Volume going to deliver, or are they just going to just kind of go as things go? Because if we're out here just wasting time, just out here, hey, just to say we did it, we're playing VLA, we're playing professional. I mean, we don't have to play anymore. I can pack it away into a cup season like everyone else does, and bring in the ballers that actually want to compete and actually want to win. Is that what we're looking to do? Are we looking to compete and move up and do things and show that we're at this level? Or again, is it just shucks, we're here, this serve didn't go my way, I want to pack it up. Nah, we don't stand for that. It's time to do what we need to do. Call your balls. Pay attention. Pay attention to your sets. Play defense. Know your responsibility. And actually play with some type of passion and heart. Is that what we want to do? Or do we want to just move away? That's all I got to say. So with that being said, the next time you guys hear from me, it would be our post-qualifying cup recap, as well as you'll see some clips posted. We'll do a few interviews with the players, see how things going. But hey, maybe it's time I have to stop spoiling everyone. I have to stop covering the trips, covering the flights, covering lunches, meals, bringing in the snacks and Gatorades and waters and pickle juice and everything else that's needed. Do I spoil a team too much? Possibly. Possibly I do that. But hey, somebody's gonna appreciate it and somebody's gonna be willing to go out there and bust their ass. So who's gonna do it? That's what I want to know. And with that being said, you know, hopefully you guys were able to tune in this weekend and just remember one thing before we get out of here: play loud. I'm out.